Hello and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion and to the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary. Last time, as you may remember, we were to infiltrate a fort for the sake of poisoning a sick mercenary leader. We did so, and I was in doubt of whether I had been detected or not, which would grant me a bonus or not, nothing at all. As it turns out, because I was never in direct combat, I was not detected. So, we've actually managed to do that, well, not completely to perfection, but close to it. Right, so, we are to get a new quest from Uchiba.
So, are you ready to mingle with the doomed house guests? The contract is waiting.
Contract?
Do you like parties? Because you've been invited to one. Of course, you'll be killing all the other guests. Are you ready to attend?
Yes, I'm ready to move on.
Splendid. You need to go to the city of Qa'Rajh, to the large house known as Summit Mist Manor. There, you will meet up with 5 very unlucky guests. In order to receive your bonus, you must kill each guest secretly, one by one. If anyone sees you committing murder, the bonus is forfeit. The guests believe there is a chest of gold hidden in the house, and have agreed to be locked inside until one of them finds it. In fact, the guests believe the key to the manor is inside the chest, and only by satisfying their greed will they be allowed to leave. Poor fools. There is, of course, no chest of gold. The guests will find no key. After you arrive, the doors will be locked behind you, as everyone expects. When all the guests lie dead, you will be free to leave. Now go. See the doorman at Summit Mist Manor. He will explain the rest. Have fun.
Okay.
Go now, dear family member, and may the Night Mother wrap you in her cold, loving embrace.
Well, I don't believe that Mr. Dokron here has a lot of advice, but let's check in.
If you really plan on killing the guests one by one, make sure that when you strike hard. Don't want anyone running for help, do you? Happy hunting, my brother.
I kind of knew that, and with the sneak damage I'm doing, I should be fine. The rest is just a matter of timing and patience. Well, we also have another quest to turn in. Oh, that's just a skeleton. He won't give me anything useful. Right, seems we have to... Oh, that is the wrong way. That's the way out, sure. Training room. Nope, that's where we came from. And it's down here. No one here. Nope, alright. We'll just circle around and... Lucian.
Well, the key to successfully completing this contract is effectively blending in with the other guests. So, for Sithis' sake, do not wear your hood. Spill some blood for me, dear brother.
I mean, I can do with regular clothing because I have rings and spells that help conceal me. But still. Good.
Yes, dearest brother. Remember,
Contract.
you must make the other guests feel comfortable. Make them like you. Make them trust you. Then bathe in their blood. Good luck, brother. I hope you don't get killed. I mean, well, you know.
He usually didn't have anything. Tainara. I had a quest that I needed to turn in with you.
Well, remember the pretenses under which the guests are there. they will be suspicious. You must be as effective an actor as you are a killer. It would be a good idea to talk to each guest and appeal to their good disposition. Remember, if they really like you, they may open up to you. You should dress appropriately. The Deceiver's finery, your recent quest reward, would serve this purpose nicely. If you earned it, that is.
Oh, I did. Shadow Scartail.
Scartail was once as in the Argonian homeland of Blackmarsh. A shadow scale. Any shadows.
Wasn't I supposed to turn this in with you?
May you walk.
Or maybe I did.
Always
Oh yes, that's right, because that was the quest before this. Oh. Alright. Well. Let's see what the quest says. I must go to Summit Mist Manor in Skindred and meet with the other guests and pretend I too have been invited by a mysterious unknown host. I will then kill all the other guests. I should start my mission by speaking with the doorman. Right, but before I go speaking with anyone, I do believe that I obtained some extra gear. I also obtained, so this was actually one of the reward, the bonus reward for the quest before this one. Those I just found. Where is it? The Deceiver's Finery. Fortified personality. Well, that will be useful. Okay, how does that look? Yeah, that's a pretty fine rope. Well, we're not in Skingrad yet, so I'm over encumbered. What? Are you? Oh! So a rope like that removes your pants as well. And here I was thinking that people with those kind of ropes have just been wearing pants in under them, but in fact they've been wearing nothing. And I've seen people running around in Bruma with that kind of dress. It's gonna be cold for your thighs. Just saying. Right, well, we have the quest to go to Skingrad. Obviously, the road to from the Imperial City to Cheatenhall is, well, clear because I've just ventured that way to get here. Why is there a brick in the middle of...
Please help.
Why is there a loose brick here? Ah, well. It's possible that the doorman can tell me more. That's a
Hello again, Muthsera.
I know the houses look alike, but I'm pretty sure that was not your house. Because it's my house. Okay, so we need to store the bow. Well, there's the stairs. Still got a lot of arrows. It's not likely going to change anytime soon. So you go there. I won't be able to sell them at full price anyway, so that I could sell. Won't matter much, won't make a lot of difference. Okay. Should be good. So, the problem is... What? Right. The problem is that if I start removing clothes...
Hello again, Muthsera.
Could you not stand in my doorway to my house when I'm leaving it? Thank you. So, when we remove some of the armor, we also drop a little down in terms of our combat ability. Which, let's just see. Because if I take the armor off, I don't get the carry weight bonus from it. Let's just see. So, if we're wearing this, we're over encumbered. So, So I need an item or potions. Restore strength. No, that won't do. I need something to fortify. Do we have any notes that could do this? Well, there are mages in Skindrat. It's also possible that I have an item there that could do the trick for me. Or, if things go completely south, I can always just go to my house before we go to Summit Mist Manor. Yes, I think that's a reasonable disposition. Yes, there actually is. So, let's see what we are close to leveling in. Blade, marksman, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Go.
Will not be tolerated.
I mean, did you just see what I did to your friend? Assuming you guys are friends. Alright. You're lost. Ooh, melee. That's a mistake.
Whoa!
Told you. Well, if nothing else, if I use the arrows, the specially enchanted arrows cannot be picked back up again. So, that means that over time it will lower my amount of carry weight, though obviously not enough. And therein lies the problem. I wonder if there are minotaurs or ogres out here. There were on the other way, on the way in, which may mean that there are none here now. Looks clear thus far. Once we've reached the Imperial City, I will make a little cut and then meet you in Skindrat. No. The Minotaur here is definitely dead. Not sure what the Imperial Guard is doing off the road, but, well, his horse, his choice. Though I possibly could argue with him, I don't see the point. It would give me nothing except maybe raise my speech crafts. Your mother. You forgot to wipe. Again. Ah, you survived. How unfortunate for you. Oh. But you didn't survive too. Did that one just disappear? I think it did. Well, solve that problem with the arrows. We'll work our way through them. It'll take a while. It'll take some time, but yeah, we'll work our way through them. So what's the next one? Drain Magicka. No, well, I only have one of them, so that should be a fairly easy choice. Gotta remember that for when I'm shooting stuff. Are there goblins down here? Well, just one. So that's a warlord. Any shamans? Or is it all warlords? Or nothing. Right. Well, I will see you in Skingrad. What? Oh. Really? You don't deserve arrows. Right. I will see you in Skingrad. Here we are at Rosethorn Hall, my home in Skingrad. Right. I believe this... Okay. Ring of Kashiki. No, that's Chameleon and Speed. Don't really need that. The Dojkin shoes, though, could be nice. Golden Drum. That's not really a stealth weapon now, is it? So, I'm going to go through all of these with my spells and such. We should be... Wow, there were a lot of arrows here. Yeah, let's just go for that. So now we're definitely not above weight. Didn't I have... Hold on. Did I never put an enchantment on my boots? I know I didn't. I know why I didn't put on the gauntlets, because the gauntlets I intended to use. Oh well. There we go. Oh, they look nice. Probably won't need this one on. Detect life? Shield? Nope. Speed. This will probably be useful. Fortify sneak at least. Let's see, Ring of War. Probably more useful. Alright. And our only weapon now is, of course, the Blade of Woe. Which we'll do in a pinch. Right. I think we're just about ready, but let's just see if we... Nope, that is not clothing.
Good evening, my lord.
Evening to you. You wouldn't happen to have hats or something like that lying about? Why would I have a pickaxe? Oh, I can use that. Well, not really, but I like to think that I can use that. Right, well, with all that settled, should be good to enter Summit Mist Manor. It's a bit of an odd contract. Normally you'd only end up killing a target and only whoever you needed to defend yourself. This seems more like a slaughtering than anything else. Oh well. Okay. Oh.
So the last guest finally arrives. I'll tell you what I told all the others. You go in, I lock the door. You don't come out until it's over. Now I'll tell you what I didn't tell everyone else. We have the same mother, you and I. And she wants you to have this. It's the key to the house. I guess someone else has already told you the other details. Kill all the guests, then leave, right? Well, you better get in there. Time to mingle.
Who
Elsie.
is?
Go, go.
Oh, well, his voice cut out, but his character kept on talking. Well, at least the animation of him did. Right, let's see what we're dealing with. So I don't expect... Oh,
The sixth guest has finally arrived. Well, it's about time. Do you know how long we've been waiting? It seems like an age. Whoever invited us here must at least know us, don't you think? In any event, we're all stuck here together, so we might as well get acquainted. The rest of us have already traded introductions. I'm Matilda Petite. The others are Nels the Naughty, Neville, Devisi Dran, and Primo Antonius. Now who might you be? Please, tell us a little bit about yourself.
oh,
You're a funny one. Good, I'm glad one of us has a sense of humour about all this.
I
It'll
don't
make
think
our
showing
time
up
here
in a
that much more
rich
enjoyable.
carpeted fur. Okay, well, I got an update. Let's just go down the
Personally,
list.
I think she's a little floozy. She's been eyeing young Primo Antonius, probably smells his wealth.
As usual, we'll wait with that.
Oh, that man disgusts me. I find his entire manner offensive. Why, just before you got here, he told me the most off-colour joke about an Argonian maid.
I wonder what that entails. Neville.
Well, if I can be perfectly honest with you, I find Neville quite attractive. Red Guards are so exotic, don't you think?
No comment.
It's
Primo
obvious that
Antonius.
young Primo comes from wealth. A chest full of gold would be mere spending change for him. That's
And
right,
you.
it's a Breton name. I'll have you know the Petites are one of High Rock's oldest and most respected noble families.
Good for you.
I have a... Hello!
Howdy.
With the two of us working together, we're sure to find the chest before anyone else. What do you say? Do you want to team up?
Oh, that sounds
wonderful.
perfect.
This is going to be such fun. So, any ideas where we should begin searching first?
Try searching
Oh,
down in the
good
basement.
idea. Maybe the chest is hidden under the floorboards. All right, I'll head down there and start looking.
Just in case.
Certainly.
Ah, well, it's already maxed, so no need to
All right
So,
then.
more than that.
I guess I'd better
Find
start
the gold.
looking.
What will you
That
spend
gold's
it on?
not going to find itself.
Wait, let me guess. A sleazy whore and a nice new battle axe. Am I right?
So here we are. So, you finally showed up. It's about time. People of my station are not accustomed to waiting.
Well, you're gonna be waiting a lot more than that.
Can I
Everybody's
be
right.
honest with you, my friend? I find Dovisi captivating. She possesses a beauty beyond compare. Maybe you
She's
could
right
do me a
behind you.
favor. If you speak with her, put in a good word for me, would you? I would be forever in your debt.
Okay,
Apparently,
I think
the poor old woman thinks she's from a well-to-do family. Truth is, I have servants with more nobility in their blood than her.
Okay,
Nels isn't
that's-
drunk. He doesn't even try to hide that fact. But what else is he? When the liquor is dried, what remains of the man? I think Nels drinks to forget, maybe about some tragedy in his life. He plays the buffoon, but I sense a deep sadness in him.
We can fix that.
I know
Neville.
he's a retired Imperial Legion officer. Apparently, he's been in campaigns all across the Empire, from Skyrim to Morrowind. I also get the sense that he's very eager to find the gold. Can't imagine his life of servitude to the Empire left him with much to retire on. It's
That's
a regal
you.
name from a rather regal family. Indeed, my father owns more property than the East Empire Company.
Good for him.
Oh yes, maybe we'll speak again later.
A tavern!
Hello, I'm Dovesi. I'm very pleased to meet you. Now that you're here, we can really start looking for that chest of gold. What I mean to say is, before you arrived, we all just sort of glanced around a bit. Now that we're all officially here, we can look in earnest.
That's you, so let's start from the bottom this time.
It's pretty obvious that Primo comes from a wealthy family. He would never be interested in a girl like me, I'm afraid.
Not true. He told me he liked you.
He did? Oh my goodness, what should I do? Should I talk to him? Or maybe play hard to get? Or should I, or would that be too forward?
You go to his room.
You think
We're from
so?
there.
I mean, it is rather forward, but I like it. All right, then. I'll wait for him in his room upstairs. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Neville.
No, he's a retired soldier. But not just a soldier. He was an officer in the Imperial Legion. I hate the Legion and everything it stands for. When those soldiers came to Morrowind, they persecuted my people and stole our lands. Neville may not be in the Legion anymore, but who knows what atrocities he committed. Every now and then he looks over at me and smiles. I think he's sweet on me. If Nels finds the gold, maybe he'll want some company. Honestly, I don't think she likes me. It's because I'm a Dunmer. I heard her say something to Neville, and it wasn't very nice.
Okay.
Not much to tell about me, really. I'm from Morrowind originally, but my family moved to Valenwood a few years ago. All right, then. I guess I'd better start looking. That gold's not going to find
You can call me a
itself.
barbarian. It's true.
With every word you speak, you're just proving me right, Nord. Your kind has contributed nothing to our empire, and never will.
My kind, as you like to call us, are plenty happy serving our own needs, while your useless empire crumbles down around. Well, hello there. Nels is my name. Some call me naughty, but don't you believe it. Primo is young and rich. I can sense a good, decent person in there somewhere. He just has to get his priorities straight.
Okay.
I will confide something in you, my friend. I despise Neville and all his Imperial Legion ilk. They are useless, uncaring tools of corruption. 3 years ago, my village in Skyrim was attacked by bandits. We went to the nearby Imperial Legion outpost, but they refused to help us. My dear, sweet daughter Olga was killed that day. She was murdered, and the Legion would do nothing to help her. Neville and his kind are scum.
He's right beside you, but that's beside the point. Matilda.
You should have seen the old biddy trying to talk to young Primo Antonius. She may be a noble, but he looked down on her like a scullery maid. Let me confide something in you, my friend. Dovisi is the spitting image of my own daughter. Her skin is darker, of course, but that sweet face. My daughter was killed, you see, a few years back by bandits. I'm sorry. Please forgive a father's heavy heart. Don't let the name fool you. I had a bit too much mead a few years back, and there was this tavern wench. Anyway, just call me Nels.
Okay.
Well, my friend, I guess it all depends on the size of the chest. The bigger, the better, of course. But where would our mysterious host have hidden such a thing? I have a good idea where that chest might be. That gold is as good as mine.
Ah, yes.
Yes,
Dovisi Dran. She's a dark elf originally from Morrowind, or so I hear. I get the sense she doesn't like
that's where most... Oh, there's more to here. Well,
Matilda seems like an upstanding citizen of the Empire. She respects the law and recognizes the Legion as Tamriel's greatest defense against evil.
Okay, so we gotta get on your good side, eh?
Yes?
we can do that.
Whatever you want. That's pretty good. Blah. I'm not buying that one. You're I accept. Sure. I'm not buying that one.
Okay, so that was a bad idea. Well, alright.
I accept. Sure, that's cute. You're I doubt you really mean that. You're Was that That's pretty good. Don't. Sure. You're I'm not buying that one. That's pretty
You don't have to, my
good.
friend.
Was that supposed Yes, whatever you say.
Ooh. We
Blah.
can get it higher.
Was that supposed to be a good one. Was that supposed to be Yes, whatever. Not bad. Don't make me laugh. Alright, I get Davisa is a dark elf. I have great respect for the Dunmer people. They are strong and noble and generally understand the importance of law and discipline. Unfortunately, Davisi doesn't seem to like me very much, but I don't blame her. The young ones tend to have problems with authority figures.
Well, that's not the reasoning.
If I may be honest, I feel a bit sorry for the old woman. She comes from a noble family, I'm sure, but seems a lot less well off than she should be. No, but I think that barbarian will do anything to get his hands on the chest of gold. His kind are greedy and vicious. All of them. Trust me, I know. I was stationed at Fort Frostmoth for a few years on the Isle of Solstein. Those Nords are a bunch of animal-worshipping savages. They're all the same, full of meat and something to prove. We lost a lot of good men up there. A lot of good men. I'll confess that I have no idea why Primo is here. The kid's got more wealth than the rest of us combined. He sure doesn't need a chest of gold. Maybe he's incredibly greedy, but I don't think so. My guess is that Primo is so bored he simply has nothing better to do. I'm a Red Guard, though I've never actually been to Hammerfell. I was born here in Cyrodiil. My family has been in the Legion for 3 generations. I have a good idea where that chest might be. That goal is as good as mine.
So she didn't go downstairs to
Hello
see.
there.
Well, we have one who is separated, well, 2 right now. Almost too easy. Maybe if I activate it. Ooh. Not sure what I would use that for, but oh, his old Imperial gear. Yeah, that could have made this thing a bit more complicated. Ooh. And this is why I brought the Ring of Shadows. Just in case. That's a fairly big room, actually. She is out in the hallway. That is not exactly optimal. Ah! Up. Could you be so kind as to go into that room? Nothing personal. So no key on you, eh? Okay. Well, that took care of those. Ooh. There sure is a lot of chests around. Not sure if any of them... Where is the stairs? Ah, there it is. Looks like any of the other doors, so hard to tell, really. Okay, that's 2 down.
Two of us have been murdered. One of us is a killer. But who?
How do you know? That's pretty impressive. Are you going to the basement? You really should be going to the basement.
It's not safe to be alone. Certainly don't want to be the third victim.
I've been trying to figure out who our host might be. With 2 people dead, it almost seems like he set this party up just to kill us all. One less dark elf in the world. Why would one of us kill Neville? What if they try... Don't go far. It's too dangerous to go wandering around this house.
2 of us have been murdered. One of us is a killer, but... who?
I don't know. It's a mystery. Yeah. So she didn't go into the basement. Well, that is... Do not go upstairs, lady. Oh, are you heading downstairs? No, you're not. Damn it. And the Lord just sits up there and drinks. Come with me. No, come with me. Yes, into the basement. Where we shall search for treasure and death. What treasure? Look how much room there is down here. Not a lot of room to hide a body, or a treasure chest, of course, but
It's not safe to be alone. I've been trying to figure out who our host might... 2 people dead, yet Nell still lives. If I may confide in you, dear friend, I'm very worried about the poor boy. The trauma of murders, it could scar him for life. He deserves better. Stay safe, if that's even possible.
Come on, go head down to the basement, would you? Well, I suppose I could just go upstairs and slice up
It's not safe to
own
be
else.
alone. I certainly don't want to be the 3rd victim.
Are any of them coming up? Okay.
I haven't seen death like this in a long, long time. It's a bit more than my nerves can handle, I'm afraid. I plan to gather up every drop of drink in this house and keep it to myself. If things get any worse around here, I find comfort there, you see. No. When I looked into Devisi's face, it was like peering at my own daughter. I feel like I've lost her all over again.
Well, that's a shame,
Want
isn't
to
it?
know how I really feel about Neville's death? I'm afraid. I may hate the Imperial Legion, but its members are trained warriors. Neville was probably the most capable fighter among us, yet he was cut down silently, just a few rooms away. I fear...
If he was
one
cut
of
down
us is
silently,
not
how
really
do you
appealing.
know?
This isn't the work of some greedy houseguest. There's an assassin among us. You mark my words. We must watch ourselves at every step.
Maybe.
Let me ask you something, friend. Why is Primo even here? The rest of us need the money, but his family is wealthy beyond measure. Maybe he was bored, or maybe he just wanted to do some slumming. Or maybe he's a trained assassin hired to kill us all, one by one. Sound crazy? Well, these are crazy times, my friend.
Okay.
I'll be honest, friend. I don't know what to think about Matilda. Yeah, she seems frightened, but she's also still alive. Why wasn't she killed? She may look
Because
old
you haven't
and
gone
weak.
into the
That's
basement.
never stopped a murderer before, has it? Don't doubt for a second that she couldn't be the killer.
We are
Please,
good
go
terms.
on.
Yeah, as
Don't
can
go
be.
far. It's too dangerous to go wandering around this house.
Tell that to the people downstairs. Still, they refuse to go into the basement. Well, sorry about this.
Ah!
So many people dead. I just don't know who to trust any. Dear friend, 3 of the guests have been killed. You and I, we must stay close. Band together for mutual protection. It's her. Don't you see? She's the only one left. The only one left alive. We've got to get her before she can get us. Do you understand?
Wow, a single punch? Really? Okay, well. About that treasure. All of the guests are dead, and no one knew I was the killer. I'll now return to the sanctuary and speak with Achiever to read my reward and my bonus. Well, before we leave, we do have some chests upstairs that are of some interest. Still wondering why she didn't went down to the basement. Well, it worked out. What does garlic do? Resist disease? Nah. Cloth. Now if there actually were oh, already look at this guy. Isn't the wall pretty this time of year? I find it so very relaxing looking at the textures of stone. I bet she's the same. Oh. Green silk garment. Looks nice, but it's not why we're here now, is it? Ah, cool. Chainmail greaves. So someone had they reached this chest, they would have run around with armored pets and a helmet, and nothing else. Well, you do what you gotta do. Suppose some armor is better than none. Though it would not have helped much in this case. Well, maybe we should not have a dagger out once we are trying to just go out into the city all peaceful like. Yeah. I don't think that whodunit is the right name for this type of quest. This was not so much a whodunit as a opportunity for murder. A lot of it. Well. Oh. Fafnir isn't here. This is Totius Sextius. Don't have any business with him as far as I remember. Right. I will obtain my gear. You know what? We may as well sleep over here in our house now that we're here for once. Where is my bedroom? Upstairs. Further. Uh, 2 a.m. Yeah, let's just go for 6 hours. Going past where various shops and businesses open. So we definitely didn't gain anything in terms of weight. Not that it was the plan either. Right, back to something more useful for
Good day,
traveling.
my lord.
Good day. Yoink. Yes. No. I really should look into getting some kind of some kind of enchantment for my boots. Oh well. Right, out into Qa'Rajh, and I suppose we can sell the boots. No need to bring bloody footprints into my house. Oh, we also have some gnome roots, so we can drop by at Sinderian and hand those into him. I'm sure he will be most pleased with that. But first, shopping. Well, it depends on what is closest. This is Hammer and Tongs. Don't think I have a... Well, let's see. So not only was it pretty much next door from where we were, it also was quite convenient in terms of shops. Hello.
Good day.
Rumors.
Qa'Rajh is the butler in Castle Skingrad. Who?
Barter,
do business.
Yes. Okay. You don't have any enchanting stuff, so why am I looking for that? Do I have something that I can sell to you? I believe I do. Any soul gems without a soul in them? Yep. No need to be logging those around as a don't int. Huh. That's probably not a good idea to try and sell that.
You too.
Okay, so that didn't really do much. Well, I suppose a general trader would be more fitting for the kind of purchase and selling that I would be doing. A bit. I don't know how far in the Dark Brotherhood questline we are. So it's hard to tell when we will be going over to the Thieves Guild before heading to the Shivering Isles. But am I going the... No, I'm going the wrong way. Oh, he was one of the vampire hunters. I wonder what he's still doing here.
I used to.
Whatever.
May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
Not really, but you may interest me in some of your fine gold, if you don't mind. Yes. No, I'm not gonna sell it. And I've already sold anything else, so yeah, that was pretty much
Farewell.
it. Okay, Sinderian is the next stop. No. I believe... I believe his basement may be on the other end of town. Let's see. So he is in the Westfield Inn's basement. And the Westfield Inn is here. Haha! Down into the basement, and it should be open this time of day. Sinderian counts technically as a shop.
Today's your lucky day, so let's hear it.
No, I'm fine with it being my lucky day. Don't need to say anything about it. Sinderian's basement counts as a shop, so if you enter...
So, here to... Reliable as... There's no... The only piece of advice I can give you is to leave no...
I mean, you say leave no
Seems
stone
you've
unturned.
bloodied your knuckles a few times.
No. Technically, she was actually supposed to be a... what are they called? A Maroon's Dagon assassin in Daedric armor. But she went and killed an orc commoner instead. And that was that. The guards didn't notice, so she wasn't persecuted, and now she seems to be fine with me. I don't really understand it, to be honest, but, well, if she comes at me, I will of course defend myself. Okay, let's go back to yes, and yes. Alright. See, how much time have we spent? Quite a lot, actually. It took a lot longer than I expected. I suppose I was talking to people. So, that stuff usually takes time. Let's see. There is a goblin lair not far from Skingrad. I could pop on in and snipe some goblins. But goblins... Or we could go to the old vampire lair that's out here.
What is it, citizen?
Vampires, behind you. We could go there and see if vampires have respawned, and if they have, give them what's for. I like killing vampires, and the fact that I can sell their dust for profit, well, mostly, is definitely part of the reason why I like them. Well, I don't like them, but I like killing them, and that's good enough for me. So, vampires, have you respawned? Or something else have taken their place? I'm okay with that! Obviously, the place is now... Vampires! Coming to kill you! Nope, looks deserted. But the treasure have respawned, so there is that. But is it truly deserted? Or is that just a trick of the light? I mean, if it truly is deserted, then... Alright. Okay. Well, I don't see anyone. So that would suggest that, yes, they have in fact not respawned. Which of course isn't exactly what I wanted, but it's not like I can just bring vampires back from the dead. Maybe if someone else had killed them. But it was me. I killed them. Yeah, there's no one here. Okay. I have to say that doesn't surprise me. Not at all. Well, definitely didn't waste time on that. Got a little bit of gold and that's pretty much all I came for. Well, if there was a vampire that would stand in the way of an arrow, well, who would I be to complain about that? I wouldn't. We can walk through the wilderness and maybe there will be a camp. Camps are good because those usually belong to bandits. And bandits, well, mostly a waste of time, but it is mostly for the sake of getting rid of some of these arrows. And bandits are excellent for that. Plus, there is a small chance that the bandits might hit. And so, don't think that bear's got figured out how to get up on this rock. Nope, definitely doesn't seem like it. So, where is the camp? Oh, there. A wolf. Or a dog. No people. Odd. Growback camp. Really? Just a dog? Where did the dog go? Ah, never mind. I'm not gonna be able to pick up the arrows anyway, so. It's not of great importance. But the fact that we shot and hit something, well... Howling Cave. I've been in there once before since we've cleared it out, and it's the same there. No enemies. I think the caves and locations that are locales for quest lines don't usually respawn with enemies. Collarbone camp. Just one? I mean, I will take it. A very jittery axe there. Ah! Oh. Really? That was enough? Huh. Well. Okay. Far be it from me to complain. You made me accomplish what I set out to do, so then I like that. Got an alien ruin. Likely is a sentry, but most likely they are down below. Damn it. Right. Well, normal host. I believe necromancers, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, that is it for this episode. In the next one, I will meet you back at Chayton Hall, where we shall report our successful murder in and see where we are taken next. So, until then, take care.